yours, huh? We'll get it. I saw another dry erase board came in.
This is so big.
Oh, yo, Leonard, what's up, man? Dylan Ackerman saying hi.
Way back.
All right. This is the first one, so I appreciate you being here, A, and two, being here, B. What's up, Troy? All right, let me get this. You can hear me okay? Let's see if the microphone situation. Yeti, yeah. How's the sound sound? Let's go to, here a chat. Chat. Sounds great. Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate you being involved in the old, how's this working here? What do you think?
Perfect.
This little chubby.
Oh my gosh.
Look at you with the microphone.
Yeah, baby. All right. All right. Let's do it. Tim's here.
Vámonos.
Turn that off.
Tim Arview?
Tim's buying leads tomorrow.
Oh, go Tim.
That's just Tim Herron. But
Okay,
let's do this. So live. Okay, so hold your phones up real quick. Everyone got your phones? Hold them up. Show you wherever you want, buddy.
There's some rolling ones too. More comfortable.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'm over there.
All right, you start in about 30 seconds, guys. Appreciate you being on time. Let's see. Send it now. Let's see who gets the notification. Hold your phone up. Who's got them? You're coming. Did you get it? Okay, cool. I don't know if it works half the time, you know? Sometimes I post this stuff and it's like, you know, I feel like I put my heart in the writing and then like it's passionate and then I get no hearts, no likes, no checks, no dollar signs. You know, I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just human.
Heart check dollar sign thing out.
Heart check dollar sign.
I can't get into the writing of putting a little emoji.
Just a Slack. No, Slack post.
Live now?
Yes. Perfect. There we go. All right. 13 of you. Good job, guys. And are you on it? Just watching?
I'm watching.
Okay. So the visual situation here is a little funky, but we're going to go with it. So, welcome, everybody. Which ones have I got? Okay. So, hola. Hello. All right. So we'll do some questions, too, here in a minute. Hello, everybody. Happy to have you here. A couple of things that Andrew coached me to start a good training with would be, well, let's do this first. So we had weekend sales. Did we do this already?
No, we have not.
Okay, so I'm rolling in this. I have an office already. I have 2 assistants that work out of that office. So transitioning here, coming here more full time. I'll be here more on time. Someone deal with Talcott.
Ready?
Just somebody click the link. I need to turn that off. I'm gonna mute Slack. See, that's annoying. 2 hours. Okay, that's turned off. So I'll be here more and more, but you've already got 2 great people who are succeeding at a high level, so that's all you really need to focus on is to learning from what they. What's up, Jordan Lowry? What's up, Gangle? Happy to have you here. 15 of us. Nice. First time. This thing will be rolling. So I think the intention is to start doing this every Tuesday, Thursday. And so for everyone here, we'll go through stuff they've got going on. We'll have different speakers eventually. Like I've talked to Zach Twardowski, wrote 61,000 last month. He just opened an office in Colorado. He'll be coming down eventually. We'll start having more and more people coming through the office because this will be a good break time. Ideally, when to not be dialing, take a break. If you put all your effort and energy in the morning, then it's nice to have some food, a relief, and then get back on it the evening to fill up your next 2 days. So, so what we want to start doing is how do we say this? Commending people who made sales over the weekend. And how FFL's week runs is an FFL week runs from Friday until, Thursday. Let's just write it down. That's what the whiteboard's for, right? FFL week. Thursday until Wednesday. I know it's odd, but just deal with it. And so by 12 p.m., we submit our numbers at FFLsubmit.com. Submit.com. Okay, so We always post our numbers. Many of you have gotten texts from me at midnight wondering where yours are at, et cetera, et cetera. So this is how we become responsible to our business. We track our numbers. This goes to corporate, et cetera. So, everyone see the chat down here? Yes, okay. So FFL submit. So just for an inner office thing, and you guys can start doing this in your own office, but we're gonna start just tracking who made sales from the weekend. And so the weekend basically is, since we're dialing on Thursday, weekend sales go from Friday and Saturday.
And Sunday, right?
Sure, and Sunday if you're a savage.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, have family time, and then Monday, dial again. Okay, so we're gonna start tracking. So let's just do it real quick. So I know Julius ran.
Yep.
Grady did. Anyone else run business from Friday and Saturday and made sales?
Yeah, I did.
Rick did.
Nice.
Okay. Anyone else? No. Okay. So we want to start incorporating that. This is a full-time gig for you. You need to be taking advantage of Saturdays and Sundays as well, which are like if you're a brand new part-time producer, part-time to start. These are your money days right here. Oh, but Grady, I don't want to work the weekends. Oh, well, then don't work with us. And I mean that like lovingly. But I mean, like, if your financial situation is in a situation where you need to change it, you need to change what your mental process is about working. And if you've got a job right now and you're supporting yourself through the job, or you're supporting yourself, trying and willing the desire to support yourself through FFL income, and you're part-time, these are the part-time run days, right? You must sacrifice now for greater gain in the future. Sacrifice now for greater financial gain in the future. And then what do you get to do? You get to quit your job when you're done running part-time. And who doesn't want to quit their job and stop running part-time and then run a normal schedule and have, be able to take more time off? Your goal, though, in the whole week is 24 appointments. So you get to 24 appointments. So if you didn't run this weekend and you're full-time with us, you're playing from behind already. You're playing from behind. You have a gimp leg, and you pulled a hamstring, and now you're trying to run touchdowns, but you're playing with one leg, and now you're hopping down the field, for a sports analogy. So, Julius, what did you submit this weekend, or Friday, Saturday?
I submitted 7 apps, 58, 55.
58, 55. There we go. See, that's how you get a jump. And now he's got 2 more days to close out.
Alex and Jordan ran on Saturday too.
Okay, well, let's throw them on. Put my boys on here. Ask them what their numbers are.
I will.
My numbers, I think, is 6 and 4,800. Okay, is that crazy number to anybody? Is that number kind of insane? $5,800?
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to say that's insane numbers.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay to be like, oh wow, those are some insane numbers. But that's what we do here. That's what we do here. We do big numbers, and that's where I love everybody, but most people aren't willing to sacrifice themselves in the short run to get the skill growth that they need in the long run to start to earn these kind of numbers. Julius has sacrificed a lot. He's put in time. He's put in different time for training, etc. So that's my mention. I'll tell you. Let's see. So Jordan,
2 for 944.
6,100. Jordan, you're savage, dude. 6,100. That's what you do. 6,100 in 2 days. Don't ask me if this works. Ask me if you're going to work. That's what I'm going to say here. Alex has 9,400. No, 944. Alex sold some children's whole lives. Rick, how'd you do?
2 for 1374.
All right, 2 for 1374. The key is they're on the board. And that's the thing, like in this business, I mean, you think about anything you do in business or in life or in dieting or in exercise or in raising your children, it's about consistency. And you consistently working on a Friday and a Saturday if you want. Now, do I take some Saturdays off? Of course. I've got 3 little children. I can't work every Saturday, but you know what I'll do sometimes is I'll wake up at 6 on a Saturday and I'll run at 8, 9, 10, 11. I've made $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. I'm home by noon. We're swimming in the pool, and Daddy had a great day. So it's you guys need to decide what are your big goals you're trying to accomplish. And so good job to these guys who ran this. I know there's a lot of other people that aren't on here right now that ran the weekends because we're just starting this. So proud of all 19 of you that have jumped on at a moment's notice. But we're going to start doing this consistently as part of this local office training. And then for all of you guys joining us in satellite, just be able to make sure you get some knowledge as we continue to have speakers and whatnot. So this is This is Friday,
That's pretty good.
Friday through Sunday numbers, and then we'll report again on Thursday. Okay? So then we'll report again on Thursday for the week, and it goes like that. So if I'm talking fast for a lot of you, it'll start to make sense as you stay plugged in. Is if you don't stay plugged in, this won't make sense to you because you'll end up quitting. And that's okay. And I say this like with love, and I say this with passion, but this isn't for everybody. Not everybody will take time away from their children. I mean, I've got a good buddy who I challenged to succeed here at this company. His response to me was, well, I need some work-life balance. And I'm like, dude, I get it. I get work-life balance. I get it more than anyone. But you know what I do that other people don't do is I wake up earlier than a lot of people. I stay up later than a lot of people. I get my family time in when I get my family time in. And then I go and I make money because that's just the absolute best way in America to make money if you have a strong desire to make money in America. This is it. Hands down, nothing better. You must work hard, though. And what's the hard work? Make a lot of dials. Who made $100 this morning? $200 this morning. $200. People making $200 in the morning, okay? What does that yield for you? So let's go now. Now we'll track appointments. So who booked appointments this morning? Who booked some appointments so far this morning? Okay, so we'll do Julia's. Can everyone see this?
No.
There we go. Okay, so Julia's, Rick, Ashley booking appointments?
Yes.
Okay, anyone else? Joey? Joey's on the board. Anyone else?
Miguel? Don booked.
Don? Hey, Don was in the house. Grading. Anyone else? You guys are getting started. So this is what we'll... See, a mentor taught me one time, he's like, you want to learn about taxes from someone who makes $1 million. Meaning that, like, if you're talking to your friend who serves tables or who has a job and works for a company, has no deductions, they can't teach you much, right? They get their one stub, they go to TurboTax, they turn it in. And so when you're trying to join something new or trying to become very successful, try to elevate or extend your education as far into the future as possible. Like, this doesn't all maybe make, like, I'm sure you can read numbers and you understand what I'm saying. But in general, it's like you want to learn, you want to anchor your education to the future. Like, I want to learn as much as I can about annuities. I don't completely understand them yet, but I'm going to get them and we'll be in the top annuity offices in the country. I don't get them yet. I don't get them. I get them, but like I don't 100% get them, right? So it's like when you're trying to learn something, like, hook yourself to the future and it'll pull yourself forward. But if you keep circling around with a bunch of goldfish, you're never going to go swim with the sharks. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Julius, how many appointments you booked this morning?
3.
Okay. Rick?
5.
Yeah. Ashley?
8.
Nice.
I just got 1.
Joey got 1. All right. We need to get Joey more
Miguel
leads.
got 1.
See, here's more leads. This is the issue. They're booking 1. There's no way you're dialing for 4 hours and booking 1 appointment. You don't have enough leads. Miguel?
He had 1, I believe.
Okay, so they barely worked. So no, these people don't have leads. Don?
He had 3, I think, is on the board.
Okay, that's his skill set. I have 5. So I need more. Need to start working. Ashley needs to just keep doing what she's doing. Rick keeps going. Julius needs to keep going.
Yep.
So simple. So a lot of other people booked appointments. David McCraw's got 2 appointments. Cool. All right, do me a favor, just read the chat if anything's relevant and keep me notice. But this is a thing where you really want to track yourself and your business about what you're going to do moving forward, is tracking yourself on a weekly basis, right? Who raise your hand if you don't want these numbers in 2 days. 5855, 4800, Jordan 6100. Like, these numbers are normal here. I'll tell you a very personal story, and I've told this before. I remember, like, it was like my 3rd month, and I had a $7,600 day, and I ended this is like March of last year. I'm here for like 8 weeks, and you know what I did? I dialed a ton, which allowed me to produce a ton. But I hit a point where I had like a $12,000 week, and like I called up Andrew, and I was like hyperventilating and like ecstatic and crying because like this is like and if any of you as you get to know me more, like what I did before this didn't ever yield the income that I'm able to earn now. But I call Andrew and I'm like, Andrew, what is this? What I don't understand. And he's like, dude, it's just another day at the office. And that's what we do here. So if you want to be a part of like this environment, these numbers are 100% normal. And you'll see people that make our numbers look like we didn't even work. And that's what's so great about FFL is you're surrounded by an environment of top producers. So let's focus now on some appointments that you booked. Maybe we'll focus on Rick. And what I want to focus on is case design. And that's something where a lot of you guys might be you're just going in the appointment and you don't know exactly what to say. Jules, will you turn the air down a couple notches?
Cooler?
Please. You don't know exactly what to say. Maybe you know what to say. You think you know what you're saying, but what I want to tell you is what I say, and you take what I say is for whatever you want. I'll tell you that right now, I'm now at this present, I'm number, and humbly, but just through hard work, I'm number 19 in the company. There's 7,000 agents. Okay, 7,000 agents. I'm number 19 in total sales so far. I'm just working. So if I can give you anything to help you get these numbers, then take them. If you don't like what I say, then don't say what I say. But there's a lot of great people. But what I want to do is help you guys on things to say when you're walking in your appointment, how to set it up, how to overcome objections, and let's do some like case design and role play. Let's get rid of
My glasses.
it works.
It does work.
All right, we're gonna do this. Okay. Any questions in the chat right now, Julius? No. All right. Okay. So the goal for you guys, Rick, did you get information from any of your clients about anything like anything that outlandish or anything you just, I mean, maybe just role play with me as far as for new agents hearing things that you heard on a call?
In regards to
and not
just some off the wall cases?
Yeah, no, like what we're trying to do is I want to give people who are getting ready to run appointments confidence in knowing the direction that they should be going in their appointments.
Perfect.
So, so tell me about some of the appointments you booked. Just go through it. Just start at the top.
Okay, just, do you want the name? What exactly?
I want age, maybe any information you got off et cetera.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I did have a person who's 42 years old.
Okay.
That was diagnosed, they only have asthma. However, they were just at the ER for steroids the other day.
Steroids, like
yeah.
juicing up?
No, they got pneumonia, actually.
Okay.
So it was a one-off case where they're very, very healthy overall.
Okay.
But because they were diagnosed with pneumonia and were given steroids, that's kind of an off-the-wall scenario.
Great. Okay. Then male, female.
Female.
Okay.
Female smoker.
Smoker?
Yep.
Okay. So there's, we got some stuff to work with. Okay. So 42, asthma, ER, steroids. And so instead of us like, I'm just going to tell you what I would do and we could talk about it. So in this situation, smoker is going to be, smoker is not an issue. The smoker in asthma is a potential issue. Now, you don't know this right now, but was she taking albuterol or like a corticosteroid? And albuterol is generally like a normal type, like asthma type breathing medication, where a corticosteroid says they need like actually steroidal help. Now, steroids for pneumonia just says that they just needed like a jump start for their immune system to help kick out the sickness. So what you don't plan on in this business is like all that you're going to learn about like pharmaceutical drugs. So I still think HMS is a fine direction. Okay, that's where I would go. I would start with HMS. Asthma is just in there, and then it's going to ask you in the past 12 months, doctor visit. I think it's doctor, or it says prescription pain meds.
Correct.
Okay, so prescription pain meds, and that's, so HMS for all this is a term product from America, okay? That's our primary carrier, we love them, and they have a term product. They also, so their term has term and then a term plus CBO, which means cashback option. So Rick's intention will be to go in there and show her, I would show her that. I would disregard this as ER, that's a smoke screen. It doesn't really affect, it's a one-time off thing. Asthma and smoker just means she's just takes poor care of herself. So, so she's got asthma, so you just list it. But I think you'd be fine for HMS term, okay? And additionally, if declined, you could go to MU, Term Life Express. And then if she gets declined again, you go to John Hancock, where they're pretty lenient. What's going on here? John Hancock, and then she gets declined again. MU, Guaranteed Advantage, because she's lying to you. That's where you go. She gets declined from those three, she's lying to you, and you just pivot to accidental, okay? But that's exactly what I would do in that situation, okay?
Perfect.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Any questions about that? There's a big question in there right now from, if you could read that to me. Everyone got
It
this?
says, all right, we have another scenario.
Cool. Thank you, Al. Is it Alex?
Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Oh, ask them if they can hear me okay, because I'm using this microphone. Can everyone hear me okay on just this new microphone situation?
Thumbs up if you can hear. Okay. All right, ready?
Sounds pretty awesome, guys. Thank you, thank you.
Can hear clearly. Leonard, yes.
Hey,
All right, we're
Jordan, good job getting your team on here, dude. Good job. Go
good.
ahead.
You ready? All
Yeah.
right. 57-year-old female
Okay.
with rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
He says HMS underwriting has rheumatoid is a knockout if requiring prescription medication. Does taking the medication as needed count as a required medication? Still work? So you want to just talk about that?
That's a good question. Yeah. So.
Or America.
Okay. So here's an additional resource right here. agencydojo.com. There's a whole bunch, and I'll get eventually propagated. I promise I'm going to build out FFLAmerica.com to encompass everything we need. Just takes time, and I'm busy selling life insurance, so give me some patience. But underwriting guides, and that's where he's found this information, is on agencydojo.com. There's an Americo HMS underwriting guide where he's looking up the everything to understand what it is. I don't know. I don't know if as needed. What I would do is I would send it. I don't think they're on rheumatoid arthritis. I think it says lupus. If the client, so this is the way you say it. Now, have you been diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis? Yes, then you must mark yes. So I had a client one time, he goes, I had a heart attack. And I'm like, okay, tell me about that. He goes, well, I woke up in the middle of the night and my chest is really hurting and I could barely breathe. And I went and I got some water and I took some aspirin and I had a heart attack. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. Did you ever go to the doctor? Were you diagnosed as having a heart attack? He goes, no, I never went to the doctor. I was like, okay, so stop saying that because you didn't have a heart attack if it wasn't diagnosed. So the big thing for our products, guys, is admission and prescription. Okay? So whatever they admit to and have been prescribed. So the guy, he tells me he has a heart attack. You ever go to a doctor? No. Okay, so you never were diagnosed with a heart attack. Okay, so if she's been diagnosed with RA, then you must answer yes to that question. The big thing, though, is it's going to be, if she's diagnosed and taking like methotrexate or prednisone to counteract her body's, RA, then you're in a unique situation. Now, that's HMS. If we're talking about a 57-year-old with HMS, so let's go here. So HMS is a term, and EAGLE is a whole life, okay? The term goes from 25,000 to 400,000. EAGLE goes from 2,000 to 30,000, okay? So the underwriting guidelines on this are far stricter than this. Why? The insurance companies got more on the line, okay? They got more to risk. You get approved for a $35,000 term, you can say, hey, I want to move it up to 400 because I've been approved. So whether it's 30,000 or 400,000, it's the same exact underwriting guidelines. So I would never personally, Alex, write a 57-year-old for HMS. I'm not sure if he's retorting me, but I would never do that. And the reason is because also a term, it's got to be a unique situation, okay? Unique situation is she makes like 10,000 up, right? 7,000 a month up, and she wants to spend 200 to 500 a month on a cash back product. Now, this is such an outlier situation. I'm confusing people by even going through it. But I would never write, personally, and haven't, because they don't work, a 57-year-old with HMS, ever. What I would do is I'd write her EAGLE, okay? Because that's going to have zero issues getting approved for rheumatoid arthritis. And then I'd add on a MU accidental, or I'd add on also a John Hancock term for more term coverage, because they're going to be more lenient, and see if they get approved.
Is it cheaper?
What is?
Cheaper? That one right there, the EAGLE versus the HMS.
So HMS is going to be, that's like our premium term product. It's a really good product. It's very affordable. It's also got 100% living benefits for all 3 critical illnesses, and you can get all your money back. It's like the best term out there, and the price is incredible. It's also it's not crazy strict, but it's not crazy lenient. Okay, it doesn't let everybody in. But Eagle, you almost get everybody. You almost get everybody at Eagle.
So, you know, like anyone between the ages like 50 and up, we typically would do whole life.
Yeah.
Because you don't want their term to expire at like age 80 and then them try to get a whole life. It's going to be super expensive, you know. So you'd rather give them the whole life now. You know, anyone pretty much 50 to 85. I would
Exactly. They're 50 and up. Like I said, so my knockout on term is unless they make crazy money and they have a massive need, right? They have a massive need, right? Grandpa, 58, just, you know, kids died and they're taking over the 3 kids and have to raise them and they're 6, 3, and 1, right? Grandpa's need now is way high. He's got a really big need because he's got to make sure he can live long enough so there's enough money to get these kids to 18 until they're being adults. That's the big thing, guys. Like we're looking for, we're selling for insurable risk, insurable need. What's their need, right? 57-year-old rents an apartment or has a small house. Their need is just buying time, right? Younger people who have children, their need is significantly higher. We need to get them more coverage. So I'm not sure what Alex is saying back, if you can help me, Julius. But I wouldn't do this ever, personally. If she's 57, has rheumatoid arthritis, I would 100% go to Eagle, add on Moo Accidental, and then maybe add on John Hancock if needs more coverage, depending if she gets approved or not, which is a pretty lenient term. It's just there's like basically like 50% of one living benefit, and so it's just not nearly as good of a product. But it's also just death insurance, right? This is just death insurance. They die, money comes to the family.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to, Eagle and John Hancock are 2 different companies. You're
Correct.
allowed to put them together?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
You can sell as much insurance as they can buy.
Jordan's asking if you can lay out the benefits as we do with whole life and then with term. Just hear the different.
Is there any more scenarios before I do that?
No.
No more scenarios. Rick, do you have any more scenarios?
I don't think so right now.
All right. So we'll get some more scenarios together because that's how we all learn. You learn some stuff there about when to write what. Okay, so lay out the benefits of whole life.
Yeah, he's saying, you know, when we're sitting with the client, we talk about the benefits and how we extend to them. So never expires, price is locked in.
Okay, so if I got a 50,
But yeah, do whole life because most of these people are.
so I got a 50 to a 70-year-old. This is what I'm showing them. Okay, this is how I lay it out. 50 to 70 years old. I'm gonna go, all right, Joey.
Yes, Sonny.
All right, Joey. So now there's about 2 products you can qualify for right now. Okay, Joey? And you know, I've been doing this, and so whatever it is, like you constantly want to be talking up yourself. Why? Because if you don't toot your own horn, no one else will. Like I've been doing this for some time. I'm licensed. I mean, many of you are licensed in more than 1 state. Say that. They don't know what that means, but if I'm licensed in 13 states, they go, it's just it's little credibility pieces. All you're trying to do is drop in the back of their head that you're someone worth listening to, someone worth trusting, someone worth proceeding with. All right, so I'm licensed. So this is what I say. I'm licensed. I've been doing this because I've had my license since 2011. I didn't do anything for the first 8 years. I just paid the fees because that was smart. Actually, but it worked out well for right now. I've been licensed since 2011. I'm licensed in 13 states and I have nearly 1,000 clients. Right? I'm at like 500. Round up, right? Right? So I have nearly 1,000 clients. And they go, okay, perfect. So what I want to do is just want to go through the 2 products you're eligible for. And then from there, you tell me which one you like. And then we can move, and then I'll show you the numbers. So I take it, like I'm going to teach you for a second. You just sit there and listen. And this is how I do it. Now, if this is sometimes over some of your heads, then just, you know, write down the bullet points and do it however you like. But this is how I do it. So I'll go, okay, Dolores. The first product that you can qualify for is called a whole life. So we're talking basically like this is a final expense appointment, which is the majority of what all of us are running because there's a billion of them. I mean, is this some number? This is a crazy number. So right here, there's 12,000 people a day turning 65 years old
In America or the whole world?
in America.
Wow.
65, 12,000 people a day are turning 65. So there's no shortage of clients. No shortage of clients. I mean, as way as math works, it should be 12,000 are turning 50 also. So I think that's how math works, unless, whatever. So, whole life. So, okay, Dolores. So whatever I'm selling, it's my favorite, right? This is my favorite. So my favorite product, Dolores, I'm so happy you're eligible for it. It's called a whole life product. All right. There's about 5 benefits of whole life. I'm going to kind of go through them. Okay. The first is it'll never expire. Expire. Okay. It'll never expire. So this isn't like a term, right? Because I'm selling whole life. I'm not selling term. I'm saying this. So this isn't like a term where you're going to pay on it for 10 years, and then Gerald over here hopes you die in the next 10 years, so he gets the money, right? I don't want you to die. Gerald doesn't want you to die. So let's not put a product in place that's going to expire. And that's the benefit and beauty of whole life, is that it actually won't expire. It's a guarantee of ease that will be there for you guys. Okay. The next is it has a level benefit. All right. Now, what does that mean? Level benefit means that the money that we secure for you, okay, will never go down. It will never go down. And that, so have you ever heard of like USAA or AARP, Globe, Colonial Penn, New York Life? I'm saying all these things they see on TV, all the things they get in the mail, right? Oh, I'm just going to get Globe, right? Colonial Penn. Alex Trebek loves Colonial Penn, right? And you just hear all this stuff and you say these words. So this isn't anything like USAA, AARP. Who has a credibility sheet on them? Anyone?
In my car, in my bag.
Okay. I know I got one. Sorry. I got one. Forgot it in my bag. So this isn't anything like USAA, AARP, Globe, Colonial Penn, New York Life, which all have products. And so what you say is anything like that. So this, whatever we're able to secure, Dolores, is going to be locked in place for you, and it's never going to go down. So all these policies in there where you get something for $20,000 at 60, and by the time you're 80, it's worth $2,000. You're paying the same amount of money. And then I'm like pointing at the credibility sheet. I'm like, nothing that I sell, or nothing. I don't say sell. You don't want to say sell because you're just like there.
Offer.
Nothing that I have available. None of the companies I represent have any sort of decreasing products like that. And then, like, you're doing a lot of like gentle nodding. Don't be weird. Don't like nod a lot, but just be like nothing. Like if you nod, they'll nod. You nod, they'll nod. Okay. So nothing I have will ever go down. Okay. Whatever we're able to secure is going to be guaranteed to be there for you. Okay. Perfect. The next is it has what's called a guaranteed price. Okay. And this means the dollar amount will never go up. Okay. So just like those products where the benefit goes down, there's products out there that where the benefit, where the price goes up. They're called banded policies. And what it is, every 5 years, actually the price doubles. So, you hear about these products when people get it for $50 at age 60. And by the time they're age 85, it's like $375 a month. And I don't know about you, Dolores, but most people's income don't increase as they age, right? Right. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we get something locked in that the price will never change. And they're like, so right there, like you're just boom, 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 boom. You're knocking out objections. You're knocking out anything else they're thinking. That you're their trusted advisor now, right? So, whole life. Next, builds cash value. Okay. And so what this is, Lars, is every time you make a payment, there's a little bit of money that actually goes inside the policy. And so what can end up happening is as you make your payments, sometimes we see in about 10 to 15 years, you can actually have the policy paid up. So what does that mean? What does that mean? You ever heard the term paid up life insurance, Dolores? And sometimes they go, yeah, and sometimes they go, no. A lot of times they'll go, no, but what it is, that can only be executed through a whole life policy. And a whole life policy is one where every time you make that payment, a little portion of it goes inside to an internal bank account inside the policy. A little tiny bit, a little tiny bit, a little tiny bit. Eventually it starts to build up. And so now that, Dolores, that's your money they can use to borrow from, you can use to let grow, or you can actually call the insurance company and say, hey, can you start taking my payments out of that cash value? And then you actually don't have to pay it anymore. And they go, oh, wow, okay. So perfect. So that's called builds cash value. And it's inside the brochures you'll see from America. Next is it has what are called living benefits. And living benefits are something where they will accelerate the death benefit. Accelerate the death benefit, okay? What does that mean? Now that means, is, say you get really sick, right? Say you get really sick, Dolores, and the doctor goes, now listen, we need $17,000 for a surgery, otherwise you're not gonna make another 3 months. Where is that money gonna come from, right? You have to sell the dog, you have to sell, what are you gonna do? So what this is, the insurance company, this is clutch, guys, get these words. The insurance company is gonna do is they understand that they're gonna end up paying this benefit out in the near future anyway, so they give it to you now while you're alive to use it to try to live longer. Isn't that incredible? I don't say that like that like hypey thing at the end, but like you lay it on, like that's a huge thing. Like myself, I got $250,000 of living benefits on myself from a policy that I have. Like if I get freaking cancer or get crazy disabled or whatever, now we have access to $250,000. These people, when they make, their incomes, like this is it. So also, like as we talked about HMS a few minutes ago, that's 100% living benefits. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's 15%, 50% to 94%, depending on the company.
Yes.
50 to 94%, they get access of the face amount. Of the face amount they secured. Now, is it only the money I pay into it that I get access to? No. If you get approved, you get the access to the whole thing. That's the big thing, Dolores. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we get you approved. Now, a guy goes to me, now do I have to pay on this for the rest of my life? I go, listen, Jim, any point you want to cancel the policy and relinquish the insurance company from the responsibility of paying your family when you die, they'll gladly let themselves off the hook. But as soon as you get approved, now they're on the hook. So that's what we're trying to do, Jim. We're trying to find out if we can get you approved, okay? Okay. Shut up. I love this. If you can't tell, like, I love this. So if you don't love this, then learn this more because you'll love this too. Like I don't know I always love, like when you can sit in a home across the table from a stranger and they give you money and water when you leave their house, like, come on, like there's no, and you help them. I'm not selling him a vacuum cleaner for $4,000. I'm selling him money for his family. Like, this is the best thing ever. And his family's now better off because I visited him. That's what you guys have to get in your heads. Like, this family is better off when you leave. They're better off that you're persistent calling them. They're better off when you get there and you door knock them and they say, oh, we don't answer the phone from numbers that we don't recognize. You will leave people better off and you'll be financially rewarded greater than anything else you could ever do. So that's it, Jordan. That's what I do on whole life, okay? And then I go, so there's a few options we can look at and I'll, depending on, it's always like where my numbers are, depending on monthly income, okay? I'm gonna show them 2%, 5%, and 7% for 3 options of monthly income. You need to get good at math or just get a calculator and ballpark it, but they'll often pick one of something in here. Sometimes they'll be like, well, can I do more? And I'll be like, okay, I'll be like, okay, just right now, based on your income of $2,700, that right there is $190 a month. That seems like a big portion of your income that you weren't spending yesterday. So I don't want to like listen, I don't want you to call me up in 6 months, Jim, and say, listen, I know this is important. I know my family's going to be ruined if I don't have it. I know that we need it, but we're eating ramen and we can't get our hair done. And we're eating ramen and my wife can't get her hair done and she likes getting her hair done. So when you bring levity, right? So it's serious levity, like you're just bringing in. So I understand, but is this number 100% comfortable for you? Like no questions asked, like disposal breaks tomorrow, dishwasher breaks tomorrow, you have no issue paying that, not a problem. Or you have no issue paying that, or should we look at something a little lower and find out if we can get you approved? Let's do the middle one then. Yeah, let's do the middle one, okay? You push your clients to the biggest policies, they're gonna, they'll cancel. I mean, they don't always cancel, some stick, but it's a lot better to like, if you downsell your clients and they don't see you as being there with commission breath, because we paid very, very well. We're not here getting 40% commission rates and 60% of that trying to make it work, okay? You get paid very, very well here. So just if this is 120 and this is 95 and this is 65, any single way you go, you're gonna be just fine for the 45 minutes and $15 you spent on that lead. So just understand that, but you're being there. And what I often say is, I say, let's just get this one in place, and then let's let it sit in the budget, and then I can come back in 3, 6, 9 months, and we can add more if you want. Does that make sense? Yes. And they love you for that because you're not pushing them. You're not pushing them to go here. They don't go, 175 and you go, oh yeah, let's do it, right? Like and when that confidence comes, when you have more leads, you have more appointments, because then you're not stressed about every single little thing, and you don't see that as the ability to pay rent. You see that as something that you want to make sure you're doing what's best for the client. So, but if they want to go here, then let them go there. But just talk them back and make them resell you one.
Hey, Grady, would you mind showing us how you present that right there, the monthly income?
You got it, man. Good question. So they're going to tell you your monthly income. This is a great question. This is how I show it, so this is how I show it. So I go like this. So like I'll have, so it's like this. Imagine it's like this. So this is how I do it. I've got these 2 sheets. Imagine this is just blank. I got these 2 sheets, a lead card, and then a blank sheet of paper. And I quote everything on a blank sheet of paper. This is recorded, so you can. I'll put it on. I'll get it to you. Blank sheet of paper. If you're quoting on anything other than a blank sheet of paper, and then I leave it with the client, and it's part of it. This is all of our notes you went over, right? It's like how many times you go behind homes and an agent left like a chewed on business card and like a ripped out yellow sheet of paper. Looks like crap. Like if you elevate yourself as the highest person they're ever going to sit with, they're going to treat you as such. So blank sheet of paper, and I'm quoting like this right here is right here. That's how I do it. Okay. And I'm showing blank sheet of paper. So this is how I write it down. This is some good stuff here. It's a good question. So whole life. So say I'm going to do, I'll do just do simple, 5,000, 10,000, and then 15,000, whatever. And then I'm going to go, so like I'll write above it, benefit. And then I'll write a $sign, and I'll write 6281, 11173, and 16222, whatever. And like that. And then they go, is that monthly? Yes. But if you put month, like it just gets them involved in it. Like if you put, I learned this from Zach Egan. The guy's got like a master's in sales, and he says if you put it on there, it's just you want them focused on the number. That's what you want them focused on. So I don't put /monthly. For some reason it works. But a lot of times they get that. Is that monthly number? Is that a yearly? No, Jim, that's monthly. Okay, come on, you're joking. Don't be silly. So that's how I do it. Like, so imagine it's like, you got it? So imagine, so if it's like mortgage protection, this is how I'll do it. So like, imagine it's a whole life and I'm selling time. So we're gonna go months, benefit, dollar amount, okay? And then sometimes I'll do like, Maurice and Gina or whatever. And then it's like 6, 12, 18, then it's 5,000, 10,000, or whatever. This is a super low mortgage payment, 15,000. And then the dollar amount. And then I go like this. I turn it to them and I say, now listen. And I go through each one and I say, so this gym is 6 months of, imagine their payment is whatever. This is like $800, right? $800 a month.
So this is if it's a mortgage protection lead?
$800 a month is their payment, right? So this is 6 months of mortgage payments or $5,000. And for you, it's 43 and 42. This is 12 months of mortgage payments, $10,000. This, and this. And then I go, so you can look at this one of 2 ways, Jim. You can look at it as a period of time of coverage that you're leaving for Mary, or you can look at it as a whole life benefit. You pick however you want to see, because the big thing is this money goes straight to the family. It doesn't go to the bank or the lender or the mortgage company. This goes right to the family. So based on these 3 numbers, which one feels most comfortable for you if you were to get approved? And shut up. Don't even breathe. And then you go from there.
Especially if it's a cat house.
And the way he gets those numbers is obviously he has to ask what their income is in order to kind of know what to write, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And when you're asking which one of those, I like to use on the financial inventory sheet, I like to use the beneficiary's like name specifically, right?
Yeah.
So I'll say Claudia's gonna get that when you die.
That's
right?
good. Okay, so if I'm doing, so now we're still back on final expense, 50 to 70 years old. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell them accidental now. Okay, how do I do that? So I go, yeah, if it's a final expense, and I'll just write accidental. Or like a tragic policy. And this is how I explain it. So listen to this. It's kind of funny, but it's whatever. So listen, Ashley. So I'll kind of like this. So listen. So some people will take this one. Some people will take this one. Most people take both. But the big thing is what can fit. Go for it. See, boss. Both. So this is like an accidental policy, and the way it works is, say hypothetically yesterday, you got in a car accident, cracked your rib, punctured a lung. You go to the hospital, they fix you up, stitch you up, send you home, okay? However, 3 months later, stitches don't hold, lungs fill with fluid, and you end up dying. Well, because you died as a result of that accident, the policy pays. So it's a way where you can protect yourself against anything accidental. Fall over the roof, putting up Christmas lights, trip in the bathroom, slip in the kitchen, get in a car accident, something accidental happens, protects you against anything that might happen, whether you die immediately or within a year of bodily injury from that accident. So now I'm not a betting man, Jim, but based on your health, so there's two ways you go. So Jim's got some stuff going on, okay? Jim's got some meds, 6, 7, 8 meds, whatever. Jim, right now you're probably being tracked, monitored, you're being reviewed, you're going to the doctor, they're looking over you. So right now, you know, the most likely cause of a near passing is going to be an accident, right? They'll always go, right. So what we want to do is we want to protect against that. You get a ton of coverage here at a really good price. This pays really well, issues immediately, and it's a ton of coverage for the client. So the other way you go, they're super healthy. Now, Jim, if we look right here, you don't take any medications. You got no health issues. Now, you don't say this unless you've already like made the decision you're going down. So for super healthy younger people, you're always trying to sell America HMS. You're trying to sell them term because that's what they need. They don't need just accidental. They do it, but like my down pivot is Mutual of Omaha Guaranteed Advantage because you can get a ton of coverage for a really good price. So now, as we can see, Jim, I'm not a betting man. But if I was to bet in the next 1, 3, 5 years, the most likely cause of a near passing for you, it's going to be an accident, right?
Yeah.
Driving all, like you said, you're a CDL driver. You said you drive from here to across town all the time. All the driving you do, all the crazy drivers out there texting. Most common way of death, I think Al Vomsteig knows the stat, but there's a whole like accidental. The most common way of passing on the age of 54 is an accident. So like. So then if they're 70, then you say 64, whatever. So you round up. But like this is a great way where then they can get additional coverage. And so you go look it up, and you can do an individual and spouse policy, put them both on the same policy, and then if they both die, the money goes to the kids. But if either one of them dies, the money automatically goes to each one of them. Okay, goes to each one of them. So it's a great way you can add on additional coverage. And like a lot of times for some of us who we're selling AIG, this is a great add-on. If someone just had a stroke or just had something health-related happen to them, then you can add this on and put extra coverage on the family. So hope that helps. Good question, Jordan. Long answer. What else we got? Well, let's get some more questions. 2070 on there. What else? What are some things you have coming up in the next week or 2 days, the next couple of days? And you want for your clients to be able to see. Go ahead.
Out of your experience when you first started in this company or whenever you first did your first presentation, any tips you can give to new people on their first presentation and how to prepare for it?
Awesome question. Okay. So the best, it was the question, if you probably heard it, but how do you prepare for your first presentation? Do we have that new agent checklist we made up? We should have written that down.
Yeah.
My suggestion would be fill a full, complete, oh, there we go. Good job. All right, so this is a new agent. I'll put this here so you guys can kind of, this is a new agent checklist. Write this down or take a screenshot of your, you might have left already. New agent checklist right there. Those are the things you want to make sure. You wanted the credibility sheet and financial inventory, okay? Client profile sheet, which is also, these are all on FFLAmerica. So this is first appointment, right? How do I get ready for my first appointment? But then I'm going to give you tips in your first appointment. This is the client profile sheet. Both of these on FFLAmerica under downloads, okay? iPad, tablet, laptop. Yep, you want to make sure you got an iPad, tablet, or laptop in order to be able to sell insurance. The e-app logins from Americo Move, Transamerica paper apps. Get those ordered. Link to the quote tools. Hi, should I take off my shoes? Light report. Can we sit at the table? Yep. But those 5 links are what you need to go sell insurance. Credibility sheet, financial inventory, client profile sheet, right here. Both are on FFLAmerica downloads. iPad, we suggest iPad tablet, and the reason is if you have a laptop, then you have to email signature with the client, and that's frustrating because a lot of times clients don't have an email or don't remember their email, don't remember their email password, don't know how to access it, they don't know how to access it, and they got to use it on their Boost mobile Samsung phone they got at 7-Eleven, and you're like trying to figure out how to bring up the browser so they can DocuSign. So if you have a iPad or a tablet, a Samsung tablet, they can sign right on the screen. Alleviates a whole mess. If you're brand new and you don't have any money and you all you have is a laptop, make it work, right? This isn't about costing you a bunch of money in the beginning. This isn't about spending a bunch of money on things that don't make you money. It's about getting out there, seeing some clients, making some money, and then you can take that money and reinvest it in your business. The e-app logins, so once you've been contracted with our carriers, you should have received emails to them or take the responsibility upon yourself. Call the carriers and Doug, will you screenshot this for me and type it out?
I'm doing that right now.
Well, Doug, you're relieved. What was I saying? So call the carriers. They should be able to tell you what your like agent number is, and then you can register. You need to be able to log into Americo, Mutual of Omaha, and AIG, and then Transamerica's got paper apps, and then you're ready to go. There's nothing between you and as much as you want to sell. But it's very simple. These sheets will make you money. So to answer your question, and link to the quote tools, those are on all the major websites. The biggest mistake new agents make is they'll overthink a lot of stuff too, because they think they got to know everything about all the products. When the reality is, if you have logins to these websites, you have access to the products, and we'll teach you while you're meeting with your clients which products to write. Okay. Second thing is they don't fill out a complete financial inventory. Okay, ask them every question on here, fill in every box, and when you know all their meds, you know their approximate income, you know any surgeries in the past few years, anyone who's been selling insurance, who's been over 100 appointments, can tell you what direction to go. On top of that, because our team's the best in the company, we have Slack, and Slack is our team communication tool, where you can go into the in-home help channel and post scenarios that you've got going on if myself or someone else isn't available to answer for you. There's a lot of sharp people, a lot of people in there who answer questions and are helpful, but predominantly you can go in there and post. And if you don't know what you're doing yet, if you haven't sold 50 or 100 clients yet, please don't respond in here, because don't do that. I know a lot of you want to help, but you don't know you're doing 100% yet, and there might be a reason why we tell you to go certain directions just based on having done this tons and tons and tons of appointments. So, but that would be the biggest thing. So once you, like as a new agent, you get this filled out. You got it, Julius? You got it? Okay. All right. So when you get this thing completely filled out, then we can guide you. And the main thing is medications. That's the big thing. Like this is insurance. We're trying, I mean, if it's a whole life policy, if it's a final expense lead, they're looking for whole life, a guarantee. So it's going to be anywhere from, 2,000. Use green, right? Actually, anywhere from 2,000 to 40,000 we could do on one policy, up to 100,000 with 3 policies through 3 different carriers. But don't focus on that. I'm not even going to do that. Just stick to 40. 2 to 40. How much whole life you can offer? And then plus the accidental goes from 50,000 to 500,000. So a ton of coverage right there for agents or for clients to be able to get access to. So
What's the term on the red tip?
this is accidental,
Oh, the green one, the 50 to
500,000.
this term.
That is it's an accidental policy. Great question. You cannot get this product above, we'll use red, those colors. Max is 70 and then expires at 80. Okay, so if you got a 65-year-old, you say, okay, well, we've got a great product. We can protect you for the next 15 years. Okay, expires at 80. And then when it expires, then it's just, well, you don't have the coverage anymore. Well, whatever I want. Well, you got this one still. You got the whole life still. But this is your need is highest right now. Your loan will be higher. You'll have less dependence or less responsibility. So when this falls off, a lot of people don't challenge you on that, but they're like, okay. So
If you don't have the health license yet.
get it.
No, I got that. Well, what I'm saying is if you don't have it, you can sell.
Americo's,
Americo's,
HMS, ADB,
Right.
and then they have with ROP. I don't know about it, Rick's.
Okay.
Is there any limitations on it?
On ADB?
Yeah.
I haven't felt
It's
it
a little
yet.
lower in age.
Okay.
It only goes to 60.
If you don't have your health license, you can sell Americo's accidental. It goes to age 60. If you don't have your health license, spend 2 days this weekend, study for it, book your test, and get it. Myself, I made probably $70,000 last year on just this singular product. It's a simple add-on and a simple downsell. You see, I post a lot of it in Slack because I'm not leaving the home without selling something, right? They're getting something, right? Better than nothing. Because if Jim, who rides a motorcycle, I don't think you ride motorcycles like that, but you ride them like this, gets hit by a car on the way to work tomorrow because he's money's too tight to be able to buy a real policy. Well, let's put an accidental in place so when crazy does happen, at least that's protected. So, all right, what other questions are on there? You got this? Everyone got this? These are the benefits right here. Don't miss. Those are it. Money. When you take control and you list out 5 points and you're talking about them, client's nodding, appreciative of your education, right? When you go and say, hey, well, it's 5,000 is this money, 10 is this, which one do you want, right? There's no real, they don't trust you yet. People trust people who know what they're doing.
No. Well, Jordan asked the question, you can go through the first 2 to 3 minutes of your verbiage on how you ask
Is at the table?
mortgage all the way down to monthly income.
Okay.
I think he's trying to say about the financial inventory. I asked those questions.
Okay.
Yeah, he said financial inventory.
Okay.
Ask the question. What's your mortgage?
So mortgage or just how do I open the financial inventory?
Yeah, I think how you open the first 2-3 minutes of going through it.
Okay. So here's the financial inventory. I think I stand up again. We'll get all these.
Yeah, how you open it.
How do I open an appointment?
How you open up before you go into the financial inventory. So take 2 minutes on this. I think that's what he wants.
Okay. So how do I set the table? Okay. Just someone make a decision on what you want me to do.
Yep.
Set the table.
Set the table. All right. So I walk into the appointment and I sit down with the client and I have lead. I have financial inventory or credibility sheet, which is a same download. And that same sheet. And this, and then imagine a blank sheet of paper. So I have these 4 sheets of paper and a business card, like a freaking whoever is over the top. Over the top, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, turn the thumb over.
Right? It's like I got the 4 sheets of paper and the business card. Let's go do it. All right. So I go to the house, basically like this, and you get hesitation. Whoever's gotten hesitation at the door. What was this for again? Who are you? Oh, I thought you were supposed to call before. Ashley always has to pee. So I roll to the house like this. So here's a big tip too. I know some of you guys don't use a bag. If you don't have a bag, you're a slob. I'm being dead serious. You got to put your stuff in somewhere where you can have everything put together. Like in my bag, I've got extra pens, I've got my iPad, right? I guess we're just laying it all out today. All the different brochures. Like, look at those manila folders. Those things are beat to hell, right? All the different brochures and different carriers that we offer. Then folders from the carriers we offer. Mood, Trans, AIG, America. Now, do you need folders to go on your first appointment? Do you need brochures to go on your first appointment? No. But if you want to start selling a lot of insurance, you're going to need more. You're going to need some stuff.
And you don't need business cards to go on your first appointment.
You don't need business cards.
You don't need anything.
Okay, and then I got blank sheets of paper, and then I got manila folders for when I sell when I sell a policy, or when they say, yeah, I want to buy, then I pop this out, I put everything from the appointment inside of here. I'm highly organized. Elevate yourself. Act as if you are the top producer you want to become. So I roll to the front door like this. Like this. And like, just right, like, oh, the pen. Pen in hand, like, let's do some business. Right? And they're like, who's this? And I'm like, oh, I'm Grady. Like, who are you? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm an independent broker. And I just like that. Boom. Boom. Right? There's no hesitation. They recognize that. Looks professional. And then I've got all this stuff. Remember you filled out this information online? Remember you sent in this thing? And like I've got, right, your favorite hobby was crafting, right? Right, Dolores? Right, so it's about being prepared, right? The more prepared you are, the better you're gonna be. So, hope that helps, Jordan. So I've got that, and then I go to the table. I go to the table, and I lay it down. Credibility sheet in front of them. Credibility sheet in front of them. Any lead information I have in front of them. Business card right on top. I have this, I have my inventory. I've got this and a pen, and I'm ready to go. And then I open like this. Okay. Hi, Jordan. Like I said, my name's Grady. Nice to meet you. We got your request into the office, and most people fill these out because they've either, they want a mortgage will go because they want to put something in place. So something happened yesterday, death or disability. There's some money that comes in the family to pay this mortgage off, pay it down, or a large chunk of money for mortgage payments to aid in transition. That's the most popular. Final expense. So hi, Dolores. My name's Grady. We got your request in the office. Most people sending this request because they want to put some money in place so the family doesn't have that big financial burden if something was to happen to you. Sometimes they even want to leave extra money to the family as like a legacy and whatnot. So what my job is, I just keep going. I don't ask them which it was. I don't ask them what they're thinking. I don't care. I care, but I'm like, this isn't their time to talk. It's my time to talk. I'm setting the table. I'm creating control. People buy from people that are in control. Your kids listen to you because you tell them what to do because you're in control. People listen to people who are speaking confidently, and they've taken control. Top producers take control. You will take control as you ascend to become a top producer. So, okay, so once people fill these out, what to do. Okay, so my job is I'm both a field underwriter, and I pointed this, and an independent broker. All right, field underwriter gathers some information. Independent broker, they contract me with about 20 different companies, which allows me to really shop around and find products that are affordable, I underline it, comfortable, I underline it, but then we need to see if you qualify, and I box it. Do whatever these are just the things that I do. So, but I'm drawing attention to it. I don't know if you qualify. The whole thing is we don't know if you qualify. I'm just a field underwriter, just a field underwriter. They have me out here, okay, fun hands. Respectfully said. See if you qualify. Let me go back up. Okay, so both field underwriter and independent broker. Field underwriter gathers some information. Independent broker, they contract with 20 different insurance companies. Allows me to shop around, find something for you that's affordable, comfortable, and see if you qualify. Now I'm contracted with all A-rated companies, just like school, they all get a grade. But the big thing is here, Jim, I'm non-captive. Captive means like someone who works for State Farm, Farmers, Allstate, right? They have about 2 products where I literally have access to 100. And I'll go right up here and I'll write 100 on the top of the sheet, 100 and underline it, 100. The big thing too is captive agencies. they're just employees, right? They just work for a company and they have to squeeze you inside of a box. Or myself, I'm totally independent. So I'm a broker, allows me to really shop around and just find you the best coverage that is available to you. Okay, and they always go, oh, okay, right? So I'm gonna take about 2 minutes on some money questions, 2 minutes on some health questions, about 5 minutes, and I just act like this is where the quotes are, but we're drawing lines on here. 5 minutes, and find out, 5-10 minutes, we'll look at the different options that are available to you. If one makes sense, or when one makes sense, and I tap on my iPad, we're gonna submit a request for coverage. Now the request for coverage takes anywhere from a week to 4 weeks for them to decide if they want to grant you coverage. They're going to look at your prescription history, your prescription history, your background, make sure you are who you say you are and no one's trying to get insurance in your name. Make sure you didn't escape from prison and you're hiding out here in Mesa, right? And they always laugh. And if they don't laugh, then be weary, because they should laugh. No, they'll usually laugh. Make sure you didn't escape from prison and you're hiding out here in Tucson, wherever. And then if you're approved, you're approved. So I'm just say this like a crazy person. I'm just a field underwriter, not a salesman. I don't even take any money today. So let's get started. Those last 3 lines are money. I'm just a field underwriter. I'm just a field underwriter, not a salesman. I don't even take any money today. So let's get started. Boom, boom, boom. So what is your mortgage amount right now in the house? So what's your rent amount here, Dolores? And you kind of roll into it. Take control.
So what do you do when you get that objection later? If they say, well, I thought you told me that you don't take any money today.
I don't take any money today. We're applying.
Oh, okay.
So we're saying, well, I don't want to, it's okay. So great. Hopefully you heard that. What do we do? So if they go, they never say that. Just one thing. They never say that because they don't remember, because you've had a good appointment. And not that I'm not taking any money. We're applying. I'm not taking any money. There's not being billed today. But how you go, so you go to close. They pick a number, right? Middle one. You go, okay, perfect. So this is how you close, right? So they pick the number. Here's, 5, 10, 15. Okay, so now memo, right? Okay, so based on these 3 options, which one's most comfortable for you?
Oh, the middle one. The
middle one. Okay, perfect. Now memo, what's gonna happen is they're gonna, and I'm kind of like, right here. You go, okay, perfect. Give me your driver's license, big card, right? It's like a scared dog, right? You just jump at it like you're overexcited. Control right here is where you create calmness in the appointment. Okay, so the middle one, perfect. Okay, so what's going to happen is we're going to submit a request for coverage, and I'm just like this, like cool as a cucumber. All right, so we're going to submit a request for coverage. Request for coverage takes anywhere, and just like I said at the beginning of the appointment, anywhere from a week to 4 weeks. They just need to check your background, your prescription, make sure you are who you say you are. No one's trying to get insurance in your name. And like I said at the beginning, make sure you didn't escape from prison. You're hiding out here. So what I need is your driver's license, and I wait for them to move. Driver's license, and they start to flinch like they're gonna go get it. Need your driver's license, avoided check, and then if you could get me like a cup of water or a bottle of water. I've just been talking so much. I just don't want that white stuff to start forming like my grandpa. And I always say that, and they laugh every time. And this is how I do it. Like, if you can't say the stupid stuff that I say, then don't say it. Like, stick to you, do you. Don't mimic me if it doesn't work for you. I'm a little goofy and serious and crazy all in one at the same time. And that's okay. But you do you. Like, if you feel comfortable, the goal is the result, right? What's the goal? The goal is to get the application, okay? By any means necessary, said with love and trust. How do you build their trust? Be normal, right? Be normal. And how do you get love? You care, right? You listen to them tell stories about their kid that was sick. Be normal to make silly jokes. Show a picture of your dog or your girlfriend or whomever. And just like I always show them a picture of my kids. Every appointment. I don't care if it's a single 24-year-old. Yeah, man, well, I'm out, these are my, I'm here working, these are my, I'm always showing them stuff that just humanizes me, right? So how do you get the check? Love and trust. So you go voided check, and you go say, I don't want, well, give me your rebuttal on the voided check.
I thought you told me that we weren't going to put any money down today.
You got, yeah, there's, and so just like calm. So there's no money today. Like, I don't take any money, but what we need to do to apply, they want to make sure you're serious. They're going to spend a few $1,000s on background checks, prescription history, checking your motor vehicle record, make sure you're not a financial felon, make sure you didn't escape from prison. Those all databases cost money to access it. Now, if you get declined, you don't get charged. But they just want to make sure you're serious, so that's why they take a check, and you just go right back. And that's where this sheet is money, guys. Like, once they say, like, so they go the middle one, right? They go the middle one. You go just like this. You go, okay, you go get out of your bag, because you don't have this sitting out. You're not assuming, you could have it sitting out. I guess, why not? I could try that. Try it out. You pull this out, and you start filling it out. And you got their name. Okay, I need your driver's license. They start to flinch. They're getting your driver's license. All right, what's your birthday? Your social. And you're filling out this form. It's not you asking for their social. It's the form asking for their social. So when you start filling this thing out, you're just doing paperwork, right? Why? Like, it's almost becomes like, why are you making this awkward now? Like we're just doing, like what you just told me, you're making this awkward by not getting me the voided check. What's happening, Jim? We just were applying. Everything went well. You told me that sad story about your cat, and now we're applying. Mm-hmm. So it's like that. Like, you just take control. You're just cool as a cucumber, just filling it out. I don't give a shit. Just filling it out. Just filling it, right? Go get it. You're like this. You're watching like out the corner of your eye. They're gonna go get it. They're gonna go get it. And whatever. But like, you just say it. Like, I'm being funny here, but but the response is, they're going to check your background. They got to check your prescription. They want to make sure you are who you say you are. That stuff costs money. So they want to make sure you're serious. We don't apply without some sort of, bank information. So if you do get approved, they can put it in force. Well, I don't even say that, because then they'll go, well, then are you going to bill me? And it's like, well, and so by the time, like we're trying to get them to apply. And then what happens is, it's like they turn. They turn once you start putting the policy in, and you say, okay, now I take a sheet of paper, like wherever I put the notes on it. Here, this is, I don't lose that. Like, wherever I was doing the notes, like say I drew out all the notes, like all this stuff, I take that sheet and I flip it over and I hand it to them. And I hand them a pen and I say, okay, I need you to, and I go like this. Get a little sheet of paper. Don't mess up. And I go like this. I humanize the heck out of it. So I want to go primary and contingent. First, middle, last, birthday. And then I go, okay, I need you to list out who your beneficiary is going to be if you die. And I make them write it down. They write it down. First, middle initial, last name, birthday. I hand it to them. Once they start committing to the process, they're involved in it with you. They're getting the medical information. They're getting you their doctor information. They're yours. You got them. They're just nervous, right? They're nervous. They don't trust you and love you yet until you start caring on them more. But like, this is some advanced stuff, guys. I mean, some of you really new agents, like, I'm not trying to blow you out of the water, like all this stuff you got to start doing. The main thing is just dial the phone and get out there. Like, this is some like stuff where as you start to refine, or if you start from early on, like these little things like a complete financial inventory, using a credibility sheet, giving them the beneficiary to write it down. Yes, I need your kids' names. Go ahead, right? You make them do it. They take ownership on it.
So I know that cements it really well. Is there anything else you say to cement it towards the end?
Good question. I mean, a lot of things that I do are like my business practices too. So like I would suggest any one of you who does sell a lot to have an assistant, because then you're delegating off. Like the two things that I do things that I do. These are the only things I do. That's all I do. Okay, you know what doesn't make me money? Calling carriers. A lot of stuff. Calling carriers. You know what doesn't make me money? And so when your business is new, you need to do, so on the client. So let's go client. Follow up 3 times plus thank you card. And that's why a lot of people get cancellations. And so one is on submit. 2 is approved. 3 is policy. And then a bonus is thank you card.
What if you're Alex? Brownies.
If you're Alex, you're a pimp and you send out brownies. So those are the things that I delegate out to my assistant Jade. She's incredible. And when you have ascended to a level where you've built a business, you need to create staff. One, Jade's perfect because she's got young kids, so she works when her kids are at school. You know what that's cool is I get to use her during down hours. She gets to make money. We have a great relationship. So that's what you guys need to do, and find your own Jade or whomever. But she's mine. You can't have her. But this is what I delegate off to Jade. And, you know, so what I say is I go like this. When I'm closing the appointment, I go, so what's going to happen next? This is my direct cell. So I've got my business card. This is my personal cell, okay, right here. But I have another phone line. You know what it costs for a second phone line? $10, right? Do you know what first phone line costs? $10. You know what the first, that's the second and third. You know what the first one costs? $100, right? So you already got the $100 in. Get another phone line for your business. That way everything goes over there. I'm a little ADD, right? So if I got clients or people texting me, calling me, it screws my head up, right? I need to be able to separate church and state, right? The business is over here, personal, and then my close business confidants have this number, right? My top agents, no clients have this number because I don't want them calling me. They don't need to call me. They bought the product, they have issues, they talk to Jade or they talk to the company, okay? So what I say is, so what's gonna happen next is Jade's gonna call you tomorrow. She lets you know the policy has been submitted if there's any challenges. Then she's gonna call you a few days later when we find out you're approved. And then she's gonna call you again a week or two later, make sure you got the policy in the mail, okay? When the policy comes, and if it hasn't come in the mail, she's gonna get it reordered for you, okay? And then she's gonna send you a thank you, she's gonna send you a picture of my kids. And I make a little joke about, like, you know, thank you card. I'm just bringing levity, right? I'm like, I extend out the business. Like, this isn't just wham, bam, I showed up, sold them solar, they never hear from me again. I showed up, sold them water, showed up, sold them DirecTV. You're gonna hear from my office. This is an involvement, but it doesn't even be me doing this. The sooner you can delegate out these things to someone that is good at doing these things, the sooner you can go do more of this, right there. That's the one that you wanna be focused on. And what are those things?
Selling and recruiting.
That's it. See, here's a client that wants me to come sell her more insurance. Best business ever. Selling and recruiting. And then training. That's pretty good too. Right?
Yes.
So that's what I want to focus on. Those are my skills. That's what I feel I'm good at, you know. Those things right there. So if you're spending time on hold of FFLAmerica and on hold of America and on hold of Mutual of Omaha, and you wait for 20 minutes to call Mutual of Omaha, and then you find out they're closed, and then you call America and they're having a 2-hour employee lunch, and then you call Transamerica and they're never open, and then you call AIG and they just hang up on you after 45 minutes, it frustrates the hell out of you and it costs you money. And that's why a big thing too, if you're still doing your own pending, you should be doing it before 8 a.m. because all these companies are open at like 5 in the morning because they're all on the East Coast. So advice, that's what I'm trying to get through to you guys, is these simple things right here. So that's what I do at the end of my appointment. I tell them what's going to happen. So just like at the beginning of the appointment, I tell them what's going to happen. I'm going to go through 2 minutes on some money, 2 minutes on some health, 5-10 minutes with the different insurance options that are eligible for you. Then we go through it. They pick one, we apply, then I tell them what's going to happen again. And guess what happens? That happens. When it happens, it creates trust. Trust and love, they don't cancel.
You tuck your shirt in whenever you.
Oh yeah, this is just casual. This is just, yeah, I wear it like that. Like that looks nice. Those are jeans, right?
Yeah.
You look all right. I mean, you look good. I would wear socks that don't show your ankles.
Okay. For sure.
Just, you know, those aren't Chanel boots, are they?
No.
Okay, I don't know these. But yeah, no, I tuck it in, like I elevate. You know, it's all about, think about a doctor, right? You go to a doctor's office, he's wearing jeans, shorts, and a bro tank. What are you gonna think? What the heck's going on in this doctor's office? But every doctor's office you go in, white coat, tucked in shirt, tie, khakis, belt, brown shoes, elevate. You elevate yourself. Our whole thing is, you know, you want to, there's a great line in life. You always want to give people reasons to want to work with you and not reasons to not want to work with you. And if you constantly think in that direction, like, how can I elevate myself? How can I speak better? How can I communicate better? What things can I offer? This came out of necessity because I would have chicken scratch on my pages, and I'd give them to my assistant. I'd say, you know, call the client. So like, I don't have any idea what you did. So this came out of necessity, and now when I fill it out, it's part of my sales tools because the client sees me filling out this simple sheet, and they think that like this is part of a form for the office. perfect, right? It's just these little tiny things, but it all adds up. Like, and sometimes like you do enough, you sell enough, you start to like watch yourself from a bird's eye perspective and going, okay, I'm going to try this. And that didn't work. Don't do that again. And then you go, I'm going to go back over here and do this thing again. But I can keep going. So what other things, any other questions? We got a little more time. I'll keep going. Alex, Jordan, you guys are selling like crazy. Very nice. Any other things, Alex, you're dealing with, Jordan, you're dealing with? I know so Alex sold, issue paid $13,000 last month. Jordan Lowry on here did $24,000 last month.
Woo!
Big money sniper. Or is that Kevin Durant? No, hey, Kevin Durant's easy money sniper. But any other questions you guys got out there? There's 25 of you. The question that doesn't get asked doesn't help you. So don't be timid. No one can see you. I don't know if you're in your underwear. All right, I don't care. Just ask me a question on how I can help you make more money this week. Joey.
Transitioning from all the information that you're taking on the inventory to that client profile, don't you already have it?
Great question. Okay, so here's the process. That's an awesome question. Just, because a lot of this, I just assume you guys are following. Where's my spray, Ash? Okay, so this is like the process here. And like we're getting down to the minutia of it.
Yeah. That's just that she has it already filled out.
So you, when you sit down, right? You sit. You've got biz card, financial inventory. You've got credibility sheet. And this is crucial, blank sheet of paper, okay? Blank sheet of paper. And then when you present, you're using blank sheet of paper. We can't get more nuts and bolts than this. An iPad, okay? And then when you're doing the app, that's when you pull out the client profile. Okay? And then you leave with the client. Business card and credibility sheet. And then you're leaving blank sheet of paper because that's got all your notes on it. So you leave all that with them, and you take just the financial. You then and then this, and then this are what you take home. Client profile and financial inventory, and that's like how the whole process of the business goes. Doug Engel, what do you sell? When do you sell a policy over the phone? Derek, I don't know, man. I sell as little as possible over the phone. All right, that's not our goal here. It's not what we do here. It's not our intention of doing it here. I would sell a policy over the phone if I got a lead and they were outside of my state and they were interested in buying insurance. Okay. If you want to know which policies you can sell over the phone, I think most, but it's not a goal. It's out of our top 250 producers, I would tell you that 0 of them predominantly sell business over the phone, if not barely ever, if even. Insurance is an emotional sale. It's belly to belly. It is. It's something that people need to. You can't say. Rick and Julius. You've been together for 37 years. Rick. If Julius didn't come home tomorrow, how would you pay the bills? You wouldn't be able to. You can't get emotional people over the phone. When you sell over the phone, you're selling 100% on price. 100% on price. And when you're selling on price, they can hang right up on you. And that's not what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to get emotional, get people to see what we have to offer, and trust us. Difficult to see my care and feel my passion and my trust that I'm exuding over the phone. So I've sold like 3 policies over the phone out of like 500. So that helps. Next question. When is the time to hire an assistant? Alex, I'd say as soon as possible. As soon as you want to decide you really want to grow. Because every minute that you spend on the phone with a carrier, you're not dialing, selling, or working with new agents, helping them build their businesses. and that's it every minute. So numerically, I'd probably say when you're issue paying over $15,000 a month, 10 to 15,000 a month. If you're not at that level, you're not even really serious. You know, you need to be over 15,000 a month if you want to make this a full-time business. If not 20,000, I mean, that's really the barometer where, you know, we broke this down last time, and I'll do it today. So let's just do 20,000 issue paid, right?
Yeah.
So that should, like, our office goal is 10,000 within 90 days. Otherwise, you unfortunately aren't welcome here anymore. And I say that with love. It's just that we're not going to have room for you. So if we're going to do 20,000.
Great. Will you take into account just some chargebacks because it happens?
Great idea. Much idea. Okay, so if you issue pay 20,000. Now, how do you issue pay 20,000? You probably submit 25,000. We'll just be super. So you submit 25,000, which is about 6,000 a week. This is full time. So you want full-time income. You want get out of your apartment income. You want buy a house income. You want go on vacation for 3 days and pay for it without putting on a credit card income. You want a good life. This is your goal right here. This is a good life income. Is it a great life? Nah, I mean, it's not great, but it's a much better life than you're living now. It's a much better life than I was living. So if your goal is submitting, you need to submit 25,000. 6,000 a week is full time. And by Sean's standard, that's not even. Like, Sean's standard is 10,000 a week. Like, people at our company submit so much. That's a real, like, that's a top producer submit goal. That's Hall of Fame. That's 400,000 issue paid, pretty much income. Submit 10,000 a week. So let's just back it down to be, you know, to be average-ish, you know, above average. So 20,000 each paid. We're going to do 75% advance. Okay, because that's what you get advanced by the primary carrier. So now we're at $15,000. Okay. Now we're going to take away chargebacks. We'll take away 15%. I think 15% of chargebacks. 15% cancels. We'll just call them cancels. So now we're going to take away, what is that? So that's 1,500, and then another 750. So 2,250. So we're going to go down to 12. We'll just do 1,250. 1,250. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Now we're going to do lead cost. So to do 20,000, 2,000 in leads. Totally a reasonable expense to do 20,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So leads. Now we're down of. How are we doing it? We'll just do it here. 2,000.
1,500.
2,000. Yeah. Exactly. So now we're doing 10,500, and then we'll do God loves taxes. Okay, so taxes of, we'll just say 25%. Okay, and now we're at, just for simple math, 7,500. Right? How's that? Is that fair?
Mm-hmm.
7,500 take home. You're like, that fucking sucks, right? Right? So you submit. Sorry for cussing for all my. That was a little aggressive on the F-bomb there, but 7,500 take home. So that's about 90,000 in take home. Okay, or we go. Where was taxes? Right here. So taxes. So 10,000. That's about 120,000. So that's $120,000 a year. After cancels and leads. And now how do you reduce cancels? Be better with your clients. Hire an assistant who's better with your follow-up. My cancels have gone down, plummeted, since Jade started helping me calling the clients 3 times and sending thank you cards. Like unreal. Like, she pays for herself 10 times over. So that's significantly less. You're advanced. Now, what does that mean? So now you've got another 5,000 coming in. And this is the good stuff. So month 10, 11, and 12. And so by month 13, you have a 25% raise.
Is that 75% of it? That's 9 months advance.
Correct. So this is 9 months.
Okay.
So you get a 9-month advance. So months 10, 11, and 12, those start to come in. By month 13, you've got a 25% raise. So the goal for all of you new agents and all of you who have teams is to get your people to month 10. And then 11 starts coming, then 12, because you look at it. So this month 10, this is like 8%, 8%, 8%. And so you're getting this month, then you're getting both these months, and then you're getting both these months. So it's basically by month 13, you have a compounding of all months 10, 11, and 12 dumping back into your bank account. Significant raise. Significant raise right there. So first year's the hardest. First year's the hardest. And guess when most people quit? First month, first week, first dial session. Why? Most people don't want big money. Most people don't want a life change. Most people don't want the success that you or I want. Most people won't sacrifice the things that you or I are willing to sacrifice. And that's okay. I will lose zero sleep over them. I will shed zero tears. All I will do is provide the best opportunity, best training, and best ability to guide them if they thus want what we want, which is everything. I want it all, right? I want to build as big of a business as I can. I want to help you become the best producer you can become. I want to help all of you build the biggest teams that you want through all the principles and things that we have that has made our team so successful to in 1 year, golly, 1 year. So FFLAmerica, May 2018, $0. May 2019, $340,000 we did as a team. Sheesh. It's not me. It's not me. It's Ashley, it's Julius, it's Jordan, it's Gabe, it's Alex. It's just me saying, I'm going to sacrifice all I can to try to guide you as best I can. But that right there is learning all this stuff, right? Guiding people, guiding yourself, understanding that this is a business. It's going to be tight in the beginning. It's going to be tough in the beginning. There's going to be lack of money. You're going to be wondering, what the hell am I doing this for in the beginning? But you start to make it here. You make it to month 13, 25% ongoing raise. Ongoing. Because you got all these months pouring back in every single month, all those policies from back at the beginning. And now all of a sudden, so take that, and now you just stay at 20. Now you're making 120 a year. Which is good. That's good. I like 120. I'll take 120, right? I'll take 120. But what do you need to do? Just take this number right here and make this number bigger, and then this number gets bigger. That's it.
And then the lead limit is bigger.
Yeah, it's all relative.
Then there's other bonuses people qualify for.
Oh, there's all kinds of other stuff. Yeah, there's more. There's
That's
money.
what I just got a call from America
Yeah, what they say.
that I qualified for my You First bonus. First time, 45,000 in production,
That's
and
awesome.
that's a $3,600 bonus.
That's awesome.
I think everybody, that because
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, actually. I'm pretty glad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty
that's
pumped
pretty
about
funny,
that.
that's 8%.
The 8%, so you may want to tell them just, and
Yeah.
I just started, so maybe that's a good, you know.
Yeah. So Americo, our lead carrier, June started. June, right? It's June? Am I losing my
June.
mind? All right, June 1st through December 1st. 35,000 issue paid, plus they give you an 8% cash bonus on top.
Non-chargebackable.
Non-chargebackable.
Non-chargebackable. So everyone who's on here, your goal is to get to 35,000 issue paid by December 1st. Then this check comes on December 15th,
Yeah, buddy.
right before Kwanzaa and Hanukkah, and I don't actually know when Hanukkah is. It's
I
somewhere
think it's before, but that's whatever.
a mid-Hanukkah bonus and before Christmas.
He's not a real Jewish guy.
So that's a huge value thing for all of you guys. On top of all this, extra money coming here. So what else? What else? Anything else?
This is money. in the bank.
It's right here, it's over here.
That pretty good? Did that help you guys?
Yes.
That's a big deal.
So you got to be putting these numbers, right? Just because you submitted 25,000 doesn't mean you made 25,000. You made like 10, which is fine. Hold on. Hello? Come on.
I think one of the biggest things for me in memo is like getting that actually in my head as like, even if I write that much, it's not that much, you know?
It's really
The
not.
biggest thing is just putting it in your head, like it's, you know, we get paid really good comp, but like to get that in your head early on, it's gonna help you out, you know?
For sure.
I still struggle with that.
All right, any other questions in here?
No, I'm watching. And guys, that bonus is like 35,000 is really not that much for a 6-month period.
No, it's not.
To really put it in perspective.
What is it? What is that? Who's it?
For some people, it's
That's 5,000 a month?
35,000 divided by 6?
7,000?
7,000?
Something like that,
Oh, yeah.
6,000 a
That's like
month,
the minimum.
6 times 6.
Yeah.
which is like a policy a week, basically.
What are we doing on the phones with carriers after sit-down application? What?
He doesn't know how to process business. See your upline. MC is upline.
Call Jordan. You don't have to do anything. They're all e-apps. You submit them and go sell more. That's it. You got it. After the sit-down the application, you just send it. Unless it's a trans paper app, then you need to submit it. And you fax it to them or you can email it to them. But
So
predominantly, you'll be selling Mutual of Omaha, Living Promise, or Americo Eagle.
So to qualify for America bonus, basically, which started as of Saturday, you need to write at least 1,460 in AP a week
Nice.
with America. That's it, to qualify for that. 1,460.
Nothing.
That's
Heck
nothing.
yeah. It was nothing.
It's one app.
Yeah. Yes.
and it should be easier for you because now you have a place to call and everything else. You have somebody you have a lot of training now.
Any other questions? All right, well,
Get
we'll
people back to dial.
Julius wants to dial more. Boom. All right. Thank you guys for, why are you so, bro, you're a sweetheart. I'm just, and man, you know what it is? It's 11 years of failed businesses that I've learned a lot. Now I can take all that to front of actually the best business I've been looking for my whole life and give it everything I can here. So we're all growing together. Without you, I'm nothing, bro. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming on. If you like this, show up on Thursday. We're going to do these ongoing. Eventually, we'll probably even get like guest trainers. Like we're going to grow. I think this is, I mean, do you guys like this? Like, did you really like this? I really liked it. I think it was a good way to like, I mean, I want to train you guys, but like, if I'm going to be here, why can't I train everybody? And why can't we get other people training everybody? And we'll start doing these because we got agents in like 40 states.
Did you mean Monday, Thursday? Because you said Tuesday, Thursday.
I meant Monday, Thursday. Yeah. So we'll start doing these Mondays and Thursdays, 1 Pacific till 2:30 to 3 is depending on who we've got here and whatnot, but just start to book this into your schedule. Part of your dial days, you know, get your dials in. Then we take a break, eat some lunch from 12 to 12:05, then dial more for 50. No, take a break, then come get trained, then go, you know, stretch out, use the bathroom, get back on the phone, set your goals up, guys. You got a lot of good stuff now. But now take this and go, hey, I would love to learn more about X or Y or Z, and come back on Thursday with some more questions. We'll get you guys growing even farther. So appreciate you all. Proud of you for coming on, and we'll do more stuff like this in the future. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye for now.
And it's real training.